and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Salt Lake City Elks. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Salt Lake City. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Ooh, the juke. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run the option left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Goff. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, On offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
No gain on the play there. Second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
On the double.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a first carry here for Robinson.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 18 carries, 66 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Tua.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Elks have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
They juked him, and he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Now Goff. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Robinson, touchdown.
yards to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff, complete to Kelly. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown, 65 yards. And the Lions are back within a score.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tua.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Tua going to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 10 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Back to throw, Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Kelly. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now Hill to return it. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Come on, break. Break it.
Tua to throw again. And going deep for Hill. This is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. but I would not rein him back in.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Goff now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Goff on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's caught. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Third and goal. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On second and 10, Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he fires one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about.
He's got a man, complete, and touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 53 yards. And the Elks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Fighting through, and he's got space. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Ready. Watch it. Stick.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
He's going to keep this again. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
120 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Right back to him on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 27 all. That time a 6-play drive. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 1st down yardage on the 1st play of the drive. Give him 14. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those unreliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys, ball has it knocked loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Look at the big man rumble. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Two and now on first down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up being complete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And again, it's Tagovailoa. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Tua. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
That's Juwan Taylor, the right tackle. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
To To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. The time to pull out the...
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hall again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Tua on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown!
Breece Hall.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Elks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now gone.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
go ahead and snap it. Gone. Complete to Kellen. And some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. After the run, Goff going to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's going the other way. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To the short side, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Gone. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Dances by him. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Santos' kick is up and through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, 1:54 on the clock. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Now Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Tua to throw. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Tua. Dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. Tua. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But let's have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Well, what a thrilling 4th quarter this one was.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want